Type 1 diabetic, there are things that people have said to me that drive me absolutely insane. And the fact that they're still saying this in 2025 is wild. So let's talk about some of the most common and annoying things people tend to say about type 1 diabetes, because apparently Google just doesn't exist. Type 1 diabetic, you will come across that one person who asks you, so can you eat sugar? Or they'll tell you to stop eating something because it has too much sugar. Type 1 diabetes is not caused by eating too much sugar, and eating sugar did not give it to me. As type 1 diabetics, we have insulin to help us eat sugars. We are not meant to be restricting. The whole point of insulin is to substitute your pancreas's role because it failed on you. So you take insulin externally. So the next time someone asks you not eat something because it has too much sugar, give them a hard reality check, because I'm sick and tired of hearing this question. And if that were true, I think 80% of the world would have type 1 diabetes. Number 2, now this one I don't hear as much as the others, but I have heard it before. When someone tries to talk to you and sympathize with you, and then they say, well, at least you have the better type of diabetes. There is no better type. I have type 1 diabetes, which means my pancreas literally failed on me and it stopped working completely. Type 2 diabetes is where your pancreas is tired and is failing to secrete enough insulin because it is overworked and exhausted. Type 1 diabetes, your pancreas is gone. It is not there. There's no chance of it being tired or there at all. So there's a big difference. There are separate struggles with each diabetes. So telling someone, even if you think that this is to sympathize with them, they might not see it as that way, because it is a separate challenge for both diseases. It is an autoimmune disease, and type 2 diabetes is caused by your lifestyle and your habits. So they're very different things, and there is no better out of both of them. Comparing illnesses will help no one. Number 3, now this one is hilarious because I've met so many people who try to sympathize with me or find something in common, and they end up saying, oh, my aunt has diabetes as well, or my grandma has diabetes too. I understand that they're coming from a very loving and caring place, and they have good intentions. Type 1 and type 2 diabetes are not the same thing. Now, they might mean that their family member does have type 1 diabetes, but usually when they say grandparent or someone on the older side of their family, they mean type 2 diabetes. And the more you try to relate to someone with diabetes, the more educated you have to be. So you do not say stuff like that, it's not completely wrong. I mean, your aunt does have diabetes, but not the diabetes that I have or some other people have. So the good thing about the videos that I make is that I'm educating people and not trying to attack anyone, because obviously a lot of people do not even know that there are more than 2 types. There's more than one type of diabetes, and that is totally okay. That is why we have so many resources online, videos, Google, everything there is for us to learn and educate ourselves on. Number 4, and in my opinion, the worst one, you don't look diabetic. I'm sorry, what does that even mean? How do you look a certain way? And how do you look like a chronic illness? I understand people say things without thinking, but I don't think anyone has ever looked diabetic before. And I see so many people in other diabetics videos, and they're always like, if let's say the person is really thin, they will comment, you don't look like you have diabetes, you're not fat or you're not overweight. Who said that you have to be overweight or fat to classify as a type 1 diabetic? And who said that type 1 diabetes would cause you to look a certain way, because that is not the case at all. Now, I know, especially from my experiences, that these people do not mean to cause harm or be offensive. They just do not know. They simply do not know the difference between type 1 and type 2 diabetes, or they do not know enough about type 1 diabetes to sympathize with us or people with type 1 diabetes. And that is okay. That is why I make these videos, so I can educate these people, not attack them. Because the best thing that they're doing right now is trying to learn more about the disease instead of just walking around and going around their day with people in their lives who have type 1 diabetes and they know nothing about it. So if you're a type 1 diabetic and you have heard at least one of these before, you are not alone, trust me. And if you don't, well, now you know how it feels to hear some of these things as a type 1 diabetic.